Now, turn to Section 4. Section 4. You will hear a lecture about British holidays. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
British celebrate many religious, historical, social, and cultural holidays throughout the year. Some holidays marked on calendar are celebrated throughout the country. Others are based on local customs and traditions which reflect the variety of experience in different regions. Britain remains mainly a Christian nation, but most Britons do not go to church regularly or engage in Christian worship. Because of immigration and changing beliefs, most of the world's religions are practiced in Britain, such as Hindu, Judaism, Muslim faith, and the Sikh. Christmas is the biggest and best-loved British holiday. While Christmas has a Christian meaning, it commemorates the birth of Jesus Christ. People usually celebrate Christmas by decorating homes and workplaces with colored lights and Christmas trees and ornaments and exchanging gifts. There are 3 traditional Christmas activities in Britain. One is the Christmas pantomime, a comical musical play. Another British Christmas tradition is to hear the Queen give her Christmas speech over television and radio. The British Queen is also the Queen of other nations, such as Canada and Australia, and so her speech is broadcast to millions of subjects throughout the world. The third British Christmas tradition, which is also celebrated in countries with British heritage, is Boxing Day, which falls on the day after Christmas. People used to give Christmas gifts or money to their staff on Boxing Day. However, a new Boxing Day custom has emerged. It is shopping. But for most people, it is a day of visiting, eating, and relaxing. For churchgoers, the biggest holiday is Easter, not Christmas. It is the most important Christian festival in Britain. Easter commemorates the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Easter is in the spring when universities and schools are closed for breaks. During the Easter period, Christians attend many church services and charity activities. Easter eggs are the main symbol of Easter. As time goes on, nowadays, people give each other chocolate or candy for Easter. There are some local festivals and holidays in England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. People can know about the different culture and customs of the 4 nations of the United Kingdom. Many festivals and customs have been invented, adopted, and used to serve political or religious functions in times of conflict. Special days in England and Wales show their national pride in their unique languages and cultures and remind people that there is much more to the UK than the English and England. One truly English holiday in England is called Bonfire Night, celebrated in early November. English people celebrate this event in the traditional way. Small children with a straw effigy called the Guy appear on British streets. They beg for money from passing adults. They buy lots of fireworks to set off on Bonfire Night. Most communities have public bonfires, where people gather to cook potatoes and sausages in the fire and watch fireworks performing. The biggest bonfires night celebration is held in the small medieval town of Lewes, where torchlight parades wind through the narrow streets. Northern Irish Catholics celebrate the birthday of the patron saint of Ireland, St. Patrick, on the 17th of March of each year. Patrick was a Catholic bishop who lived in the 5th century and is thought to have brought Christianity to Ireland. He lived in Great Britain, but was captured by Irish raiders and became a slave at the age of 16. He eventually escaped and returned to Britain. However, he accepted the invitation of the Irish and returned to Ireland to begin his successful missionary career. Most British people welcome the coming of the new year. In Scotland, New Year's Eve is called Hogmanay. It is on the 31st of December and is the major winter celebration. But Christmas is very quiet. How Hogmanay is celebrated varies through Scotland, but one widely practiced custom is first footing. There is a superstitious belief that the first person to cross the threshold of a household in the new year can bring luck and prosperity. The appearance of a young, preferably dark-haired and handsome man is considered particularly lucky. First-footers usually bring a bottle of alcohol, a lump of coal, or a peat as a gift and given a dram of whiskey as their reward. Halloween, the 31st of October, is another Scottish festival that comes from the great feast of the pagan Celt. It is particularly connected to ghosts. At parties, people dress up in strange costumes and pretend that they are witches. They cut horrible faces in pumpkins and put a candle inside which shines through the eyes. Children dressed in white sheets knock on doors at Halloween and ask if you would like a trick-or-treat. Usually hosts give them something nice, such as coins or candy. Otherwise, they make lots of noise at the front door. Wales has some of the oldest and richest literary, musical, and poetic traditions in Europe. The most famous festival in Wales is the Eisteddfod. In each August, Welsh people hold a large Eisteddfod to remind people that Wales has had a very special cultural heritage. The highlight of the festival is to crown the two bards who have written the best poems of the festival. Nowadays, the Eisteddfod is the largest popular festival of music, making poetry and writing in Europe. The British calendar is full of holidays and festivals which show the different cultures and histories of the people who make up Britain. Such holidays and festivals not only remind people of how cultures change and influence each other, but also give people a chance to share in the rich cultural heritage of the United Kingdom.
This is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. This is the end of the listening test. You now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the listening answer sheet.